Hey YouTube, Joyboy here. So, today I want to talk about a hair color. That's right, you heard me right. We're talking about hair color. Specifically, we're going to talk about Katakuri's hair color. You might be thinking to yourself, Joyboy, does this video matter? And the answer to that is no, it does not matter, but yet still I am here going to talk about it. Anyway guys, yesterday we got to see for the first time the new anime opening 20 of One Piece. And in it we can actually see a cameo colored versions of Smoothie and Katakuri. And so this is the first time that either character has been colored, and so Smoothie apparently has white hair, which I am 100% for. It looks fine, it looks dope, I'm a fan. But then we go to Katakuri's hair color, which is red. Like I heard Brago saying on Twitter that he would call it crimson. I would agree with that. Maybe it's a pink color. It's kind of in the shades, we can't really tell, but it's some color like that. And so firstly, I want to say that I am also a fan of the choice of color by itself. Katakuri with crimson hair, cool. Like hair color, we're talking about hair color. Does hair color really matter? Absolutely not. As long as, you know, it's a cool hair color that kind of fits in with the character design, I'm for it. The problem that I have with this, and other people have, some people are actually mad about this, and I like want to dial this back for just a second and just say we're talking about hair color, right? I don't know if I need to say more than that. We're talking about hair color. So if you're getting upset about hair color, I'm not certain if I'm with you on that. But for sure, it doesn't make any sense. Maybe this video will actually get to Toei. Maybe Toei actually asked Ichiro Oda and his staff which colors to choose, and if that's the case, then I'm completely baffled. But, you know, let's have a one-on-one. I've done 5 minutes of research just now. Yes, you can be very proud. I did 5 minutes of hair color research. And in that 5 minutes, I've already determined the rules in which Oda operates based on how he draws hair color in the black and white manga and what the official colors actually are. These are the rules. It's pretty simple. If the hair is colored anything other than black, usually the hair is not shaded in at all, i.e. when we're reading it, it looks white. Very few exceptions are when Oda actually takes the time to shade in sort of different darknesses of hair. This is the case with someone like Shanks. Red hair Shanks has kind of dark red hair. Oda actually, in the beginning chapters, actually shaded it and made it look all nice and made it make sense for it to be a dark red color. But usually it's just white, if it has any color whatsoever, or if it's white. Even Ivankov, who has blue or purple hair, which is kind of a darker shade, appears in the manga as white hair. If someone's hair color is black, it is always shaded in black in the manga. In fact, in my 5 minutes of research, again, you can be very proud of me for my 5 minutes of research, I could not find a single example of a character who had their hair colored in jet black in the manga and for their official hair color not to be black. And so if you have read the last 20 chapters of One Piece, you've seen enough of Katakuri to know that every single time that we see him, his hair is colored in jet black. Which means that Toei, great news, you don't have to think at all. There is exactly one option to choose from for Katakuri's hair color based on the manga. That is black. You literally had one option and one job, and you failed. This anime opening, as well as chapter 880 of One Piece, were released within several days of each other, and in chapter 880 we see Katakuri with jet black hair, and in this anime opening we can see Katakuri with crimson hair, and for some reason there's just, you know, seems to be a lack of communication, I guess, between these two groups. I really don't know. Again, I don't care. We're talking about hair color, but still, like, just why? Why even do anything out of the box here? Even if there are many people like myself who could really care less about hair color, and even, you know, the potential that the hair color in the manga doesn't make sense with the actual official hair color. Even if that were true, I don't care. But there are people out there who do care. So why even run the risk of irritating them? Why not just make his hair black? It's that simple. I really want to put this in perspective for anyone out there who may not understand. Let's say that there was a character in the manga who had their hair not shaded in at all, as like it appeared white. This is the same as giving a white colored hair in the manga. In the official coloring of it, it ended up being black. That it's literally the same thing, just reversed. You don't shade colored hair in jet black. And what's even more curious about this is actually the second time that something like this has occurred in Whole Cake Island. And so yes, we're talking about Katakuri now, but earlier in the arc we were actually talking about the Vinsmoke. When we first met the Vinsmoke, everyone assumed that they all had blonde hair. And so after their colors were revealed, a lot of people said, well, we didn't really know. But this expectation was not without reason. Oda actually wrote something into the story to give us this impression, and then later, I guess, decided that he didn't want to go in that direction anymore. Now, I can justify this in a sense that it's nice to have a diversity of hair color, and then he also had sort of Power Rangers themes going on. So rather than have all these characters have the same exact hair color, it's like, well, it's more interesting to give them very unique shades, especially to differentiate them in anime, if their hair shape wasn't enough for you, or in Reishu's case, her gender. But I really want to ask this, was it really necessary? When in chapter 826 of One Piece, the first time that we get to see that Sanji has siblings, specifically he has twin brothers, that you spent a good chunk of that chapter emphasizing the fact that the Straw Hats can hardly tell the difference between Yonji and Sanji. In fact, they repeatedly mistake him for Sanji, despite him clearly showing his face and his hair. If his hair was really green, Sanji's hair being blonde, it should be obvious that they are different people. If you were reading this chapter, you should immediately come to the conclusion that he has blonde hair, because in order for the crew to mistake him for Sanji, you would then presume that Sanji just got a different haircut, a different hairstyle, blonde hair, same face, oh my god, it's Sanji. But no, he actually has green hair, and these Straw Hats are just that stupid. And so guys, again, this is another thing that I don't really care about, but some people do care, so I just ask, why? Was it really worth it? I don't know. But yeah guys, I successfully made a 7-minute video about hair color. Like, I can scratch that off my bucket list now. But let me know what you think. And let me know if you're actually upset about this, or just curious, or, you know, what might be going on in your brain about this. For whatever reason, I find this to be interesting, even though this might be the most inconsequential thing that I could possibly talk about. Yet, for some reason, I want to talk about it. So, I really think it's best to just not ask questions. But yeah guys, like the video if you liked the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video, and I know you guys want to press that button. Subscribe if you want to be notified for my future content, and as always, have a wonderful day.